Hello Year 1, it's Mrs Baker and this is your first art lesson of the summer term, and this lesson is all about a seaside landscape. So for this lesson you will need a really big piece of white paper. So if you stuck together two pieces of A4 paper, that would give you a big piece of A3 paper, and I would like you to have this landscape. You need a pair of round-ended scissors, some A4 white paper for some extra drawing, a pencil, and probably a rubber in case you make any mistakes. So you might want to pause the little film here to get your resources ready. And the aim of this lesson is to learn about composition. That's putting something together and creating our own seaside pictures. And today you're going to be able to cut out your drawings really carefully and sensibly with your round-ended scissors. I don't want any fingers being chopped off. And you're going to be able to draw a line to show the horizon line and the sea. And you're going to make a beach scene using your pictures that you're going to be drawing later and your imagination. Firstly, we're going to have a look at 3 seaside images from different artists. The first one is called Le Lavandou by Renoir. Just have a think about what is happening in each scene. You might want to pause the film here and have a really good look. Right. Welcome back, Year 1. You can see in the background we've got cliffs and trees and some lovely houses. We've got the sea with some boats on. We've got 2 ladies wearing hats on the beach. And it looks like there's 2 children, maybe a boy and a girl, playing in the sand, maybe building some sandcastles, having fun. The next painting is called Boy on the Sand by Joaquim Sorolla. This is a great painting. I really like the way you can see where the sky meets the sea. Can you see that line at the top of the painting? That's called the horizon line. And you can see where the beach, where the sand meets the sea. And it looks like the mummy is looking at her husband in the water, playing with the 2 children. And the waves look fairly powerful. I really like this painting. The next one is called Summer Day at the South Beach of Skagen by an artist called Peder Krøyer. I really like this painting as well. You can see how the waves are crashing up along the beach. You can see some children. I think they've stripped off. It's probably really hot and they've gone in the water, and you can see those 2 children splashing one another. And there's that little girl with her hands behind her waist with her tummy sticking out, thinking, it's probably a bit cold for me to go in there. And there's some children at the back peering into a fishing boat. Maybe that they're looking at all the fish that the fishermen have caught. And again, can you see that horizon line where the sky meets the sea? That straight line at the top of the painting. So what you are going to do today is you're going to use your imagination and think what you can see from the beach. And I've written a list of things that you might be able to see: the sun, clouds, boats or ships, an aeroplane, birds or seagulls, because seagulls do like to be around the sea, some people, a parasol or an umbrella that keeps the sun off you, a bucket and spade. So there's some things that I thought about. And on the other side, you'll see some drawings, some very simple drawings that you might want to have a go and copy later on. So if you'd like to pause the lesson here, this is where you are going to have a go and draw the things that you might see if you were standing on a beach. Draw these things carefully in pencil, and you do not have to colour them in, because we'll be colouring them in lesson 3. Remember, this is lesson 1. You'll then have the very tricky job of cutting them all out. and that's when you might need some adult help. But I reckon you can have a really good go all on your own. So remember to keep your desk nice and organised. So do your lovely pencil drawings. You might need to make them fairly big. And then, when you've done them all, cut them out carefully. Take your time. You might have to have a couple of goes, but you can use these pictures on the screen here to help you. So pause now. Well done, you one. So hopefully by now you will have drawn your lovely pictures. When you have drawn your pictures, you're going to cut them out carefully using those rounded ended scissors. If you didn't have any and you only had really sharp scissors, maybe you'd have to get a grown-up to help you. You then need to put them on the side of your desk. So keep your desks organised and tidy. Maybe put your scrap paper that you don't need anymore into the recycling bin. Now you're going to take your really large piece of paper. These are the two pieces of A4 stuck together, and you're going to have this landscape. That's a long ways. And using your pencil, I would like you now to draw a horizontal line for the horizon. This is the line where the land and the sea meet the sky. This needs to be a straight line, but remember you could also add some cliffs, as Renoir did in his painting, which I'm going to show you next. You might want to have your horizon high up or low down or in the middle. It's completely up to you. Once you have drawn your horizon, you're going to use your pencil to draw a wavy line to show where the sea meets the sand. So have a go and do that now. Then using your pencil, you're going to draw some lines to show the waves crashing on the beach. You might draw curvy and angry lines to show a powerful sea, or you might decide to draw gentle curvy lines for a calm sea. It's completely up to you. Now you've already cut out your pictures, but I would like you to close your eyes and imagine you are standing on the sand looking out to sea. You can feel the sand between your toes. You can feel the sun beating down on your face, and you can hear the sea. You can see people swimming and messing around in the waves. It's lovely. You can see boats out on the horizon and birds in the sky. So just close your eyes and keep thinking about your beach scene. So what I'd like you to do now is to use your cut-out pictures and make your own seaside scene. You can move your pieces around and talk to a grown-up about where your different objects will go. If it's possible, it might be useful if you can take a photograph of your work so far. Remember, you mustn't stick them down. There's mine on the screen. Can you see I've got a sun at the top with a seagull and a plane in the sky? I've got 3 boats, all at different angles. And on the beach, I've got my parasol, a starfish, and a beach ball. I could maybe add a towel or a bucket and spade. I could even add a huge ferry or a huge cruise ship on that horizon line. I could even add some children playing in the sea. So I would like you to keep your pictures and background in a plastic wallet or bag for next week's art lesson. And as an extension activity, if you wanted to, just like I've said, you can draw any extra things and cut them out. Remember, you don't have to colour in any of your things in today. That will be in lesson 3. So have a go, make your own seaside landscape, think about your composition, think about where things will go. All right, year 1, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.